Hey moms, welcome back to Momestly Me. In today's video, we are going to start what we hope will be a monthly addition to our channel called Drink With Us, where we have a couple of drinks and we talk about a bunch of random shit.
So, the idea here is probably not to get drunk. But actually no, we were going to do the car rides with mom, right? And that may be something that we bring back. But in the meantime, we are not riding in the same car right now.
Yeah.
And this is possibly more fun anyways. Probably going to talk about some of the same things we would have talked about, but instead we get to drink alcohol and
Yeah.
hang out.
Wait. Get shit faced.
Yes, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how
I didn't fix mine, so I'm using Rick's.
it works. Hers was a light bulb and it said lit.
Which is far more appropriate for my personality than shit faced. But equally cute and funny.
It is. But the idea is that we're just going to talk about random stuff and be real with you guys. And if there's things that you want us to talk about, then maybe we can do that too.
Yeah.
It won't always be bottled and canned beverages. Eventually, we'll probably make drinks, mixed drinks. Maybe we'll explore new recipes and things like that. We'll see.
Yeah.
See how it goes. And tonight, such a weird night. We just want to talk about something happy and hopefully lighthearted that makes us smile, makes you guys smile, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now, it's not. So, Angel, what makes you happy right now?
So we were trying to come up with what we should talk about the day before the video is supposed to go up.
We might be filming this the day before the video goes up. Who knows?
It's been a long week for everybody, I think. Mentally, it's been draining, whether you've got your own things going on or you're just paying attention to the world. But I thought it'd be kind of nice to talk about some of our favorite moments or memories or favorite things about being a mom so far, because, we're still relatively new moms. I'm kind of the mindset that you're always a new mom because every stage is so different than the one before it. But yes, so, I have a 2-year-old officially. And Arya's how many months?
22 in 7 days.
Yeah. So almost 2. And we've had, like, the first couple years, I feel like it's just so jam-packed with so much. It would just be kind of cool to talk about, like, some of the things. I have a very long list, so we're just going to bounce back and forth like ping-pong.
I'm going to wing it.
All right. So 2 of my more, like, two of my more, like, generic, just, like, overall things that I love about being a mom is, the first is that I just love, like, watching them learn. And honest to God, I feel that way about any kid that's a part of my life, whether it's mine or not. And it's, you know what I mean? I like, there are little moments where they do things for the first time, and then, of course, like, as they get a little bit older, when they do things for the first time, they're just, like, consumed with pride in themselves because they're like, holy shit, look what I did. Really, did you see that? Let me do it 30 more times, like. And I think it's just, it seems so silly, some of the things that they, like, you think about that they didn't know how to do that they do now. And like Melinda and I told Melinda, when we went for our 18-month appointment, they had us, like, do a little checklist of all the things he could do. And I didn't realize that some of those things even mattered, like, in terms of development. So, like, I think that stuff's really neat. Like, and it's super simple things. Like, we just started letting Ollie put like money in his piggy bank. And yesterday, when he did it for the first time, he kept dropping them. He was having a really hard time kind of like getting them in. He gets them in, drops them. Today, every single one that he did, he got in on the first try, no problems. And so it's just crazy watching them like go through those types of things and learning new things, whether it's super, super important or it's something really simple.
Yeah.
And then my second generic one was that, I really enjoy seeing Oliver interact with my family, the people who on my side of things are like really special to me, especially my dad. I'm like super, super close to my dad. My dad is very, 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 very important to me. We talk literally every day. Like he's very special and close to my heart. And I sent him a picture yesterday, the day before, from a while ago, one of the last times we visited before the holidays last year, of them walking down the sidewalk, like holding hands. And, it's just one of those things where, like, it was just such a sweet, easy, simple, not even thinking about it moment. And it's watching them interact and engage and, like, those types of things, and seeing Oliver's face when he gets excited, like those kind of
Yeah.
things are just so fun and exciting. And I'm really glad that I'm able to like share those moments with my parents, that they're still around, they're still able to do things with someone, that's of a toddler age.
Right.
It's just a lot of fun.
Well, and in fact, you sent me that picture when you were in Augusta. And I think you sent the picture, and then the immediate message right after that was like, I don't know, probably like 5 crying faces. Because it was just like one of those moments that was awesome, but kind of like surprised you at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely surprised me. And I think I try so hard to live in the moment. I'm not the best at remembering to take pictures, but I'm so glad that I got that one because,
Yeah.
my dad's a lot older, and without getting too heavy, like there's going to be a time when he's not around anymore. And I love that that's going to be something that I can always look back on. Aside
Yes.
from all the stuff that I have in my head already, but just like be able to see it, it's kind of cool.
There is definitely something to be said about having a physical memory to look at that moment in
Yeah.
time that happened.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Um, I think one of my favorite moments so far is, well, some of my favorite like moments, like it's like a continuing thing, is
Yeah.
just watching Mike and Arya interact and different
Yeah.
things that they do, like and sometimes it's just like the simplest things of like the
Yeah.
way they're sitting together, or that she just goes and she wraps her arms around his neck, or one of the ones that I wrote down actually was um, the first time that she laughed. Uh, Despite all of my efforts and playing with toys and making faces, she was not amused with my faces. Mike is the one that got her to laugh the first time, and it was a fart noise. He just made a fart noise, and she went, and it was. I cried. I'm sure I cried. And then I got my camera out, and I was like, do it again! And yeah, like I love watching them together so much. It's just, I don't know, it's a different level of joy than
Yeah.
yeah, than I've experienced before. There's like when I was trying to make up a list, like I was trying to find things that were not favorite moments where she and Mike are doing something, but that's just so many of them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So that's why I'm just gonna wing it. We're gonna see what comes out.
Yeah. I think just kind of tag on to that. Like I really enjoy Rick and Ollie's moments as well.
Mm.
However, I would prefer it if he only cared about me. That would be nice. But that was the whole point of having a boy. But
Mm.
recently, and this is on my list. One of the ones that I put down was the other day. Kind of out of nowhere, I think he was procrastinating going to bed, and I think he was trying to tell us like, I'm gonna sleep with you guys. So Rick was changing clothes or something in our bedroom, and Ollie climbed up on our bed, and he had his animal that he sleeps with at night, and he like patted for me to like get on the bed. So I got on the bed and I laid down, and he came and he laid down next to me and he just laid there, and he held his stuffed animal and he just laid there. And then when he realized that Rick was still in the room, he patted the other side of the bed, and told Rick to come lay down. And he like just laid down with us for not super, super long, but for, long enough that it was just one of those things where we were just like,
Yeah.
you know, because unlike what a lot of parents get to experience, my son can't nap or anything with us. He doesn't associate our bed with sleeping. It's a
Right.
plaything. Even the other morning when he got up at 5 a.m. and was exhausted, he would not lay down in my bed. Like, he just won't. He
Yeah.
associates it with I'm free. Like, he just goes, he plays and he does stuff like that. But I think that like that was a really sweet one. And he's gotten really into like giving kisses now before
Mm.
bed. During the
Mm-hmm.
day he runs away and he laughs because he thinks it's a game. But like when we went to leave, not tonight, I think it was last night, he was
Mm-hmm.
like maybe pouting because he didn't really want to go to bed. So he wouldn't give us kisses. He said, no, 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 and he wouldn't give us kisses. So we went to leave, and right as Rick was walking out the door, he was like, Dada. And he made Rick come back and give him a kiss, even though he
Aw.
wouldn't give him one 15 seconds prior to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he gave everybody goodnight kisses, and I think that's so cute.
It's super cute. That's one of the things that we've done with Aria for a while. That's just one of our routine things that we do is she has all of her friends in the bed. She has like 3 loveys and a cat and a heartbeat bear and a Cinderella doll, and she may have gone to sleep with an oven mitt tonight. Who knows? It's possible. From her play kitchen. And that's one of the things we kiss everybody goodnight. And then she lays
Yeah,
down. But now she started to, because I'll hold her and then Mike does that. And then we lay her down. But now she started to, when she gets in her bed, pick them back up and she makes us kiss them. I'm like, you're
yeah,
just procrastinating, but it's really cute. So,
yeah. Ollie's never done the lip kisses until a couple months ago,
yeah.
and only at bedtime, unless he's like really, really tired or I'm getting on his nerves.
Or you're getting on his nerves.
Yeah, like if I just keep pushing my face into his, he'll eventually kiss me
He'll give
slowly
in.
more.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
And then he
I
does now, he'll come to me like if he hurts himself with a toy or something. I'll
mm,
say, does it need kisses? And sometimes he'll go, no. And he'll go back to playing. And other times he's like, and he comes up and he lets me kiss whatever hurts.
yeah.
I like that too. It's
That's
like, yes, you need me. Remember this. Like,
well, and it's like so many of the moments and things right now are just them needing us, or they're little things, and other people may be like, I have 6 kids. That's just, but like, when it's your first time experiencing some of those things, like
yeah,
we one of the ones I wrote down was getting to know the kitties,
yeah,
like watching her get to know the cats and discovering them. They discovered her the first night she came home, right? And
yeah,
one of them, I mean, they all knew she was in my belly, but one of them was hyper aware of her being there and like slept on my belly and purred at her and made her kick me. But her discovering them and seeing them when she finally started watching things go across the room and like reaching for them, she didn't reach for them first. They would get closer and closer the older she got. It's like they knew. They would just
mm-hmm,
get, inch closer to her and like brush
yeah,
up against her and like, but it was gradually as she was getting older. It was, I don't know, it was something really interesting to watch. And like, I've never seen that because my sister's dog hated the boys and he loved the girl. So that's the only, yeah, he did not want anything to do with the boys. But when the girl was born, that was his girl. And,
mm-hmm.
hmm?
I said, oh,
Yeah. But, so I never have seen animals like react to their babies, like to their human babies, and like as they're getting bigger and things like that. And that's been something really interesting to watch, especially with Arrow, because he's the one that laid on my belly, but then he's not the one that plays with her. It's Emmett, and she will lay on him, and she will pull on him sometimes, and she'll brush him with like a regular hairbrush, and he stays there. But then Arrow is just now like, now he'll go chase the ball that she throws for him, and he'll come over and he'll rub against her, and he'll let her pet him now, and
yeah,
she's almost 2, so it's taken like that long, but
yeah.
it's been really interesting watching that.
Ollie just started going like this.
Oh, like you're giving the cats a treat?
No, well, I mean, I just do that to get their attention to come to
Mm,
me. But yes,
yeah,
I mean, it's to get their attention. And I just started letting him interact with them more with the treats. And then he
yeah.
feeds Josh and the floor. And
The floor
he
gets
likes
hungry
doing
too,
stuff
Mom.
like that. Huh?
I said the floor gets hungry too, Mom.
I should have taken a picture. I feel like he emptied the whole container of food on the floor, but it is what it is. That kind of stuff doesn't really matter. We just made him clean it up.
Yeah. Well,
One of the
I have to give Arya treats when I give the cats treats now.
Oliver did taste a milk bone just to make sure it was something he wasn't interested in. Hasn't happened since.
I
He like
what?
started to, and I was like, oh, and because I reacted, he kind of was like, and I was like, that's ew, that's not for Ollie. That's
What?
for,
What did
I said, that's for
Arya?
Joshy. And he goes, Josh? And then he gave it to him.
I think Arya ate some of the cat food. No. Is it a cat treat or a dog? I don't know. She's tasted the animal food. I don't remember. I think it was when we were at Mike's parents' house. So it could have been dog or cat. So, but she didn't hate it. And I'm like, give that to me right now.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah,
funny.
you know.
I think one of my biggest moments that I thought was pretty cool was, when we were house hunting before we bought a house last summer,
Mm,
um, Oliver would not let me put him down in any of the houses that we went to. Like
yeah,
if I started to, he started to cry. Like he was really, because he was only crawling at that point. He wasn't walking yet.
right.
And not when we first started looking. The house that we ended up getting, the house that we live in now, is the only one that he got down and crawled in. It was the only one. And it
Yeah,
seems like such a simple thing, but it's like he just was so comfortable here. Like he wasn't afraid of the fact that we were in some big empty space that he'd never been in, just like he
yeah,
was everywhere else. And so it was like, that was really neat. And one of the first rooms that he went into was the room that later became his room. And
mm-hmm.
he threw up in it. That's how I knew it was going to be his room.
I mean,
But, yeah, I mean, that was really cool. That was one of my, that's probably one of my top things just because it just makes this house feel more like home, I guess.
yeah,
Okay, Matt, drop my marker.
it makes sense. And
I
it's kind
found
of a
one.
funny thing, like ironic.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I we don't really have that. Yeah, we definitely still live in an apartment, but I do
Well, yeah.
think, yeah. But I mean, there's so many things. Like, I also really enjoyed watching her discover her favorite toy. Like, we
Yeah.
had Fifi the Firefly, and that was something that we always had in her car seat from like, I don't know, week two. But we just had it up there because I had the black and white and the colors on it. So we would have
Yeah.
it helps with their eyesight development and everything. So that was something that we always had in the car. And then we found it's not in here. I showed it to you. It needs batteries. It's this little jellyfish, Baby Einstein toy, I think. And it's a jellyfish and it has little tassels that hang down and she loves it. I think I got it when she was, hmm, 3 months old, 4 months old, maybe at the most. And it played classical music. And
Oh,
like it
okay.
would light up. And it was like, from the time that she first saw it, she did not want it anywhere else but in front of her. And then we lost it for a little while. It got put away in a bag after we came back from a trip.
Mm-hmm.
But like that was her favorite thing. And I pulled it out the other day when I found it, and it doesn't sing or light up currently because batteries. And she pulled it out and like she just walked around with it and she just
Mm-hmm.
kept it with her because she remembered it.
Yeah.
And it's been gone for like at least 6 months. So like that
Yeah.
was just funny to me, I guess, because you don't think about what they remember or what they have memories of yet. But
Mm-hmm.
clearly,
Yeah.
like when she saw it, her face just like, oh, it's my toy.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just ran with it. Like she knew. And that's crazy to me. Like those are those things that you're like, you would miss them if you weren't just in the moment. It would just
Yeah.
and it seems like such an insignificant thing, but then it's not. It's amazing. And
Oliver's like that with he has a chew elephant that squeaks that he got in his first Christmas stocking that we ever did. And I mean, even now when he sees it, he's like, oh, and then he like chews on it. But I actually feel I had that on my list too. That one of my favorite things was watching him get attached to his Ellie. Ellie is an elephant. She came with a book called Elephants Can't Fly. And if you want to know more about that book, you got to go watch our video where we talk about books.
Link that.
But essentially, like we had a pacifier for a while, and I was really worried because like he wasn't getting attached to anything else, and I was worried about what that was going to mean when we got rid of the pacifier.
Right.
And I still swear that the only reason he was like, I don't give a fuck about that thing, is because he had that elephant, and I love it for a multitude of reasons. One, because he's so cute with it. He shares his juice, his snacks with it. He brings her to sit with him to watch TV. He goes like this. He goes, ah, and he like hugs her. And he kisses her and he holds her for bedtime, and like he loves her. But the other thing is that like his baby theme was elephants. So like the fact that he like connected with an elephant is like super cool. And it's an elephant that was bought for him by Dawn, who is incredibly important and special to us. And so it was like, I love that it was something that came from someone who loves him so much that it was special from them. It's special because of the theme. Like it's just all these things. And it was really cool watching him just like get so used to having her around. And like, it's so funny because we have a spare Ellie, and I've tried to give him the spare Ellie, and he does not like that bitch at all. No. Like he puts her in the corner in his room. Like he puts her in timeout. So I tried to give her to him. Yeah, no. So, well, the other one looks like a ragamuffin because she's been in the washing machine a few times. But so he put Ellie, the number one, in his crib, and he saw that somebody had put Ellie 2 in there, and he yanked her from between the bars, went over to the corner by his door, and put her on the floor in the corner.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he is not like that bitch at all. He's like, that is an imposter, and I don't like that. So, like, the whole point of having a spare is so that if something ever happens to Ellie number one, he's not going to be in, like, oh, my God. But I'm kind of thinking it's not going to matter at this point.
I mean, I guess try to keep sneaking her in the bed or something. I don't know. We had Arya's lovey that she attached to. What? You trying to see what's left in the bottle?
Well, I always underestimate how heavy they are. So then I take them out of this, and there's, like, a bunch left, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. And I just have to feel the pressure to hurry up and finish it. Anyway.
One of my nephews loves monkeys, and he had like 6 of these little, it's the Angel Baby, whatever that brand is. It's like the most popular lovey there is, right? And he had the monkeys. He had like 6 of them. And then he had a gigantic one. Well, when Arya was 5 days old, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 days old, they met her for the first time. After we went to the doctor's appointment, we went up to see them. And he, on his own, he was 6 at the time. He was 6 at the time. Went upstairs to his room and got one of his monkeys and brought it downstairs and gave it to her. And I was like, but she loves it. Like, it goes places with us. Like, I'm not crying. You shut up right now.
But, I'm saying
But, he gave it to her. And, that is the first, like, stuffed thing that she has had. And it would just kind of be there. I mean, she was 5 days old. But I think it was when she went into her bed at, like, 4 months old or something like that. Like, that was there, and that's what she pulled, and that's what she wanted, and that's what we try really hard to take with us everywhere. And he gave her a second one to have a backup monkey. I mean, they both smell like the same because they've been loved by the same child for 6 and 6.5 years, and now they're hers. But we have to hide the second one.
Joshua, he's quiet. He's laying on the bed that we have blown up for my nephew that's not here anymore, so I need to close it, but I haven't yet. So he's over there laying being pissed about something. I don't know.
Yeah, but we have to hide the second one. And then she has this cat that she loves the cat. She carries it around by the tail, and that's what she shows people. She doesn't show people the monkey. She shows people the cat, and she's like, you can see this one. So we bought a second one of that.
I feel like you should post a video soon of her, the sound sheep makes.
I'll do that on Instagram.
That's one of my favorite things about Ari so far.
One of the funniest moments is I went to put her to bed, and now she just does this at random times now. But she did not want to go to bed, so she has this mermaid pillow that's like almost, I'm showing you, like you can see my hands outside of the screen. It's almost as tall as she is, okay?
Yeah.
And, freaking, did you get that for her?
No.
No, it's you got her the smaller one. That's not quite that big, right? With the crown or something, maybe?
Is it Squishmallow?
No, it's not Squishmallow.
Oh.
It's just a pillow. My mom got her the big one that's like the size that she is.
Oh, okay.
It was bedtime, and I think Mike was at rehearsal, and so I'm like, okay, story time's over. We put the book away, and she had this mermaid pillow, and she picked it up and she held it in front of her, and she went, rah! It's a freaking attack mermaid. What the hell? And so now when she likes
The
to,
mermaid had rabies.
the mermaid did have rabies or something, and so yeah, apparently that's what the mermaid says. And the sheep, she picked up the squishmallow, that's a sheep because she's got the sets of little ones. And what does the sheep say? Bah!
Bah! It's like really aggressive and like guttural. Like
So she's got an attack mermaid and an attack sheep.
it was so funny. You kept asking her and she would go, bah!
I mean, when we tell her, we're like, what does the sheep say? The sheep says, bah, bah, bah. You know, or bah. And she goes, bah! But
Oh,
the
that's so
dog
funny.
goes, woof, woof, woof. But the sheep goes, bah!
That sheep is pissed about something. I don't know what.
Something. Maybe it's actually like a billy goat or a mountain goat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
It could be.
I only had 3 other ones I wrote down.
What are they?
Sitting in my lap while reading.
Mm-hmm. She's just started doing that.
Yeah, he did too. He hasn't been doing it for very long. The moments at the aquarium, even though there was some not so great moments.
Yeah.
There's a blog about that. You should check that out too. Like he had these moments where he was like really scared and the aquarium was overwhelming.
Yeah.
I definitely did not think the aquarium was going to be that busy Valentine's Day weekend because I don't think aquarium when I think Valentine's Day, but apparently I was very wrong. And they were ridiculously packed. And so not having thought that it was going to be that busy, we weren't really prepared to deal with like what that meant having a 1.5-year-old. Like it just wasn't like, it was rough. So you live and learn. We still had really good moments together. And it was overall it was a good day, but he was not happy a lot of the time we were there. But there are these moments. I don't know what that room is. The room with the fake wave. Well, it's not a fake wave. It's a real wave. But you know what I'm talking about. Where the wave goes up.
Tropical diver.
Yeah. So when you go in there, it's this big wall with the fish and the water, and at the
corals.
very top of it, it goes up like this, and there's a wave, and it's and it makes all this noise. And anyway, so that was the first room that he got down and like was super like into. We had to make him leave that room.
Yeah.
He like went up to the glass and he was like looking and like he was watching the waves and like it was just it was so interesting watching him take all of that in when just a few moments ago he had been too scared to get down on his own. But there was just something about that one that made him feel at ease, and so he just was like, okay.
Well, and they play it so you can hear I don't think it's actually I don't remember from when we volunteered there, but it's not the actual wave that you're hearing. I think it's just music. A recording.
There's music and then like a simulated
like a but you can still hear the whoosh sound, right?
Yeah. It's timed pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. It may actually be
such a really sweet moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first time he saw a shark, when we went to the tunnel, he started going, baby, baby, like baby shark. He doesn't have the best rhythm, but that's what he was saying was baby shark. And that was really cool. So some of those moments were really neat. And then the last one I had was watching him interact on his little small social distancing acceptable little birthday thing we did with a few people here with some kids. And like I mean, just watching him interact and watch other kids and get used to having other kids and other people around, and like that was just
Yeah.
a lot of fun too. It was an exhausting day,
It
but
was
it
a
was a
long
lot of
day.
fun. And just seeing how happy he was and how much he enjoyed himself, and I
Mhm.
mean, he's wide open. So it was just that was a lot of fun too.
That was a lot of fun. That's probably a good memory to end on, actually, because I have amazing memories from that day too. What was that?
Yeah,
That was last weekend, right? And because that giant bouncy house, I've never seen Aria play on something because we haven't been to like Hippo Hop or any place like that. So to see
yeah,
her go in that bouncy house and just go ham and have the best time, like that was
yeah.
awesome because I haven't seen her play like that before.
Well, and we've gone to those places, but he's been too intimidated to get into
The
anything
bigger
real.
kids and
And we've
stuff.
tried, and he freaks out.
Yeah,
So, of course, we haven't been obviously in a while at this point, but yeah,
right. But like
yeah,
that was awesome. And then you guys remember Jed, uh, Rick's partner? He has an 8-month-old daughter, and watching Arya interact with Nora was I probably teared up a couple of times because like
yeah.
that's something I look forward to one day is having another baby and watching her interact with them and however she's going to interact with them. It could be good, it could be bad, I don't know. But I think she loves her baby dolls so much. And to watch her interact with Nora, like she took the bottle over and she held the bottle for her, and they just like made these eyes at each other, and she touched her nose gently and kissed her on the forehead, and
Brought her a blanket.
she did. She
She
brought her,
she covered her up
she
too.
covered her
Yeah,
up because we were just, I mean, the kids were running around, and Oliver was opening presents, I think, at that point, and
sort of. Mommy
I,
was opening his presents because
well,
he'd not give a fuck.
but yeah, she brought her over a little blanket. Like it was fulfilling. It was a fulfilling moment. It's not my baby, but it was just one of those like fulfilling reassuring moments maybe.
Sure,
Yeah, but it was just that day in general was awesome, especially
it was a good one.
after not having anything like that for so long because of
Yeah,
social distancing and everything.
yeah. It almost made things feel normal.
It did. At least,
Even though it was like not that many of us,
yeah.
and it wasn't like some huge big thing like I wanted to do, it was still like it made it just feel normal for a couple hours, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
we are like, oh shit, it's bedtime for the kids. Like it got late fast.
It
But
got
it's just
late
because
real
we were just
fast.
hanging out and talking, and we weren't really thinking about.
And they weren't thinking about it either. They were just playing and nobody was losing their mind. Although when they tried to take Nora home, Jed picked up the carrier. Arya did lose her mind because she's like, no!
My living baby doll.
Yes. And then Mike was like, you can't have that baby. That's not your baby. I don't think that made it better. I think she cried more.
I probably made it worse.
Probably. But yeah, those are those are some happy memories. And I haven't laughed in a few days probably, so this was good. And I still have beer left. That's so strange.
I have no idea how much I have. I can never tell.
Well, my can's cold here, but not up here.
The bottom of the bottle.
The bottom. Okay, so we're probably at the same place.
Yeah.
But I think it's this was fun. And we hope you guys liked it. Um, let us know in the comments, as always, what'd you think? Is this something you would like to see us do more often? There are things you want us to talk about. Do you have drink recipes that you would like to recommend? I don't like things fruity. Angel likes fruity.
Yeah, if it's not sugary, I'm not drinking it. That's the short version. If there's no
So
headache, I'm not interested.
yeah, I'm not interested in the headache part.
I mean,
But
I'm not either. That's just a side effect of it.
I know all the sugar. But
Yeah.
yeah, so drop some drink recipes down below, and maybe we'll try them. Maybe we don't. We'll see. And make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified as soon as we post more fun videos like this, and social media so you can see the video of Aria on Instagram going bah. Oh, at Momestly Me, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm trying to tweet. I think it's getting better. I don't know, maybe not. And yeah, I think that's it. You guys.
When I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, "Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping."
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
I freaking love
The
Mr.
best,
Rogers.
like, human being that has ever existed. So, yeah.
I wish he were still here. Ah, that's a
Yeah.
that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Words to remember for sure. On that note, we will see you all next time. Stay safe, stay happy, healthy. We'll see you next time.